All right, so here's the young upstart, Raul Rosas Jr. I'm not sure that any fighter has taken this fan base and this sport by storm the way this 18-year-old has over the last 12 months.
18 years old, John. That just speaks to where the game is going. And Raul Rosas Jr. is at the head of it. He's at the forefront. He's a kid that started off as a striker, but once he wrestled someone and got really stuck, he realized he needed to round out the skills. He had to be about 12 years old. So we are now seeing the next level of mixed martial arts, and it starts with this young man right here.
His popularity has absolutely soared. The question beckons, though, how good is Raul Rosas Jr. now relative to his fighting prime? We should get some answers in the octagon here tonight. Here he is, the decorated kickboxer, back for more here tonight, and he's so comfortable in the striking realm. It's almost like he started kickboxing before he ever was reading or writing.
Oh, it's unbelievable to see someone that's so comfortable under so much duress. When you're in kickboxing range, you are in the fire. There is no safety. You're right in range to be getting knocked out, but he does not fear that. He loves it. He loves the combat. He loves the engagement. What you have to understand is he's not engaging his opponents on their terms. He's doing it on his terms. Whether or not he wants to be in close with the big punches or he wants to be at range landing kicks, he's just constantly putting damage on you. Top, bottom, up, low, it does not matter. This guy is a dominant striker, one of the best kickboxers the UFC has ever seen.
And in terms of the punching technique and the jab, as good as anyone in this division. Our tale of the tape for this, our main event of the evening. Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds in the UFC bantamweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, Raul Rosas Jr. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, Jonathan Martinez.
Herb Dean is your referee. He's the third man in the octagon tonight. Well, for all the places we go in the world, few can hold up to this one. Good evening from T-Mobile Arena here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Opened April of 2016. UFC went there for the first time at UFC 200, and they've been bringing big shows seemingly every other month ever since.
They call Vegas the fight capital of the world. And if you're talking about a home base for the UFC, you're talking about T-Mobile Arena, home to some of the biggest UFC events ever. UFC 200, Conor McGregor versus Khabib Nurmagomedov. This place has been the home of some of the biggest UFC fights in history. Tonight, you get to take the same walk to that octagon. Big double leg, double change.
Well, how's that for executing the game plan? He told us he needed to get the early takedown, and he produces right out of the chute.
He got it done, man. Takedowns were the emphasis in camp, and he got it done. He has to be happy that it worked to perfection. That was a slick transition.
All right, so inside the open guard of his opponent. You got to be careful playing around for too long here on the ground with this guy. Well, he's in a compromising spot here, DC. You got to figure out a way to get back to your feet. 2 minutes have expired in our opening round.
Good kick.
Both fighters starting to open up a little bit. And now the jab gets through. Takedown defense holds up. Oh, well timed with the knee to the head.
get on his bicycle, John. He needs to get into space so that he doesn't get finished. He went high on that one.
Under 2 minutes to go in a back-and-forth first round here. All right, so again, he shoots for a takedown. He has certainly tried to wrestle offensively tonight, but that attempt did not work.
We knew we'd see a commitment to trying to secure those takedowns. We did not anticipate him having to take this many attempts. How long until he gets discouraged?
Rosas Jr.'s in half guard.
Oh, nice.
All right, we'll see how he chooses to defend here. Rosas Jr.'s back in half guard.
Great job landing from the top position.
And there it is, another strike. Gets through on the ground.
Ooh, head kick lands, he's hurt.
20 seconds to go.
That's a big strike right there.
Stuffs the takedown there. How good is his takedown defense? Round 2 next.
Great job with those combinations last round. I want you to stick with the striking game. You're destroying them like that.
All right, now we take a look back at some of the action in that previous round, DC. A lot to like on both sides, Will.
I mean, both were intent on going forward. And what happens when nobody wants to take a step back? They meet in the middle. That's exactly what they did, and they both found success over the course of that round.
You ready to fight? Ready. Do it.
All right, round 2. All right, next round is now underway. Hopefully the action continues at a high level. Pretty good first 5 minutes.
Pretty good first 5 minutes. Both of them can really pick it up. Let's see who decides they're going to lead the dance as we go forward. Beautiful leg kick lands.
Oh, and he lands the leg kick. The stats are in his favor when it comes to that strike.
Yeah, he's got to. He's got to start checking kicks. So bad.
Oh, and there's another leg kick for good measure. So doing a really good job with that weapon here tonight. And if you're trying to slow your opponent down, mission accomplished so far.
When you can land that many leg kicks, you start to affect the movement. You start to affect the hands. Everything changes when you're blasting someone over and over and over with leg kicks, and you start to see the damage, not only in the legs, but in the facial expression of his opponent.
Stuffs the takedown, no problem.
Oh, he's hurt bad. He's hurt bad, John. He's got to press him. He's got to go chase that finish down now.
Oh, big left. Nice. Nicely done. Man, as he landed a high volume of strikes here in round 2, definitely picking up the pace after round 1. So he got the message from the corner, and now he is taking control of this second round. That is a huge shot right there, DC. You don't want to eat too many more of those.
No, and he needs to start looking to finish now because he's got his opponent hurt very bad.
Well, I'm no fighter, but if I rock a guy to that extent, I feel like I'm closing the show.
Absolutely. Yeah, he hurt him real bad. He's still hurt. Nice leg kick.
Well, he was knocked down by his opponent earlier in the round, and I'm not sure he's mentally back in this fight.
Well, it's hard to build back.
Oh, these guys are absolutely getting after it. Huge shots landing on both sides. Massive left hand.
Nice leg kick.
Oh!
Oh, the kick landed.
Man, that is loud. Another strike lands for the kickboxer. He really found that flow state pretty early in this fight, and he hasn't looked back.
He found it really early. And when this guy gets into his grooves, he is held on wheels. And right now he is showing why he is such a high-level, high-regarded kickboxer. He is outclassing this guy.
All right, so there's the horn signifying the end of what was a great round, DC. Got to talk about that knockdown.
What a fantastic round. He was able to set up a great shot, got the knockdown. You have to be feeling good as he walks back to the corner.
All right, so there is the horn. At times in that previous round, I didn't think we'd get here after that head kick nearly had him out of there.
It was a good round leading up to that, but when you take a head kick like that, when your opponent gets your entire body into that kick, usually the night's over. Very tough to still be standing, but he can't take many more like that.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Third round underway. Well, just as he did the previous round, continuing to land a high number of strikes here, and he hasn't really showed any signs of slowing down. Scary, scary proposition for the opponent.
Look at him whip his hip into that kick.
So a big knockdown for him in the previous round. Confidence is high and building here in this fight. What a head kick there as he lands, and maybe time to get the bonus checks ready.
I mean, this fight is about done. He's got him hurt very bad with his head kick. Now he has to find one more strike to end the night.
That leg kick hurt.
Oh, stuffs the takedown without issue. And now leather being thrown on both sides. Able to check the high kick. Visibly limping here. Under 3 minutes now to go in the round. And he connects with the punch there. Well, he is clearly faded in this one, and I'm not talking about the high and tight skin fade on my man Daniel Cormier. He got stunned earlier in the round, and mentally I feel like he checked out a little bit.
He hasn't been able to build back and fight the way that we're used to seeing him fight. He needs to take a breath, take a moment, and get back to work.
Well, he is really starting to apply a lot of pressure here down the stretch. Not as much offense earlier in the fight. He is making up for lost time now.
Oh, big punch land.
Oh, an obvious limp there. His leg hurting for certain.
Game of inches right there, boy. Wow. It was good night if that landed.
Front kick to the body by Rosas Jr. Oh, looking for the gilly lock now. Might have the guillotine. Nice defense to block that punch. Oh, just a nasty leg kick. That one hurt. That's going to reach.
I mean, he is throwing those kicks with evil intent. He is trying to break his leg with every single kick.
Stuffs that takedown attempt without issue. Oh, you gotta like the output here. So aggressive with the strikes. He continues.
This is big. That's big.
Oh, with authority, the body. To digest from that one. All right, so there's the end of the round. You see the blood trickling down as he makes his way back to the stool. Cut on the bridge of the nose, or so it appears from the strike in that round. Cut man getting right to work. Well, if you're the replay guy, a lot to like in that previous round. A lot of damage being inflicted.
Yeah, I mean, and look at the swelling now, John. He wasn't doing what he needed to do to move his head, and he's paying for it. You cannot allow for an elite-level mixed martial artist to connect at that rate and think that you will not be wearing the damage. He's wearing it now. I'm interested to see what changes he makes to give himself an opportunity.
Ready, fight. Ready.
All right, here's round 4. Fight scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds.
Leg kick lands.
Well, we may have the best cut men and women in the business, but I'm not sure they're going to be able to do much with that cut. It continues to widen with every passing strike.
And you're fighting a great fighter. It's hard to deal with the damage of the cut. while dealing with the level of the fighter in front of you. Right now, you've got to do something different to try and change the way that this fight is playing out. There it is. Now he's run him out.
All right, side control now.
He's in a dominant position. Look at him attacking the wrist.
Oh, that Kimura looks tight.
That Kimura looks tight. He's got to crank now, though, John. He's got him in position. Now he's got to go find the finish.
Now he's out. The fight's going to continue.
Oh, my goodness. I thought it was over. I thought this fight was over.
I might let you kick the inside of my leg after the show.
No.
See how that feels.
You don't want that, J.A. Not one that no one wants that. Even a trained professional fighter can't take too many of those strikes.
All right, so I'm not sure if he can take a singular strike to that thigh and stay standing. Remarkable toughness, but this could end soon. Head kick partially blocked.
You know, that's a big thing whenever you're blocking high kicks, man. You cannot just take the brunt of that kick on one arm. You have to get that cross arm to try and guide that kick.
That's a seminal blow right there, DC. He's rocked.
That was a beautiful hook. It landed perfectly, and it hurt his opponent very bad.
Oh, massive. Oh, big shots raining down. Rosas Jr. swelling now around the jaw area, so we'll keep an eye on that as this fight continues.
Beautiful reversal on the ground.
Rosas Jr.'s has got full mount now. Can't get it. Good awareness by the defensive fighter. Well, anytime you are in a ground fighting situation with this fighter, you're potentially playing with fire. Oh, Rosas Jr.'s back in full mount, making all these shots count.
He's got to start throwing now. Beautiful ground strikes landed.
Oh, there's another ground strike for good measure. 10 seconds remaining here in round 4. 20 minutes down, potentially 5 to go. What a round it was for him, DC, and of course the seminal moment, that big knockdown that he will try to piggyback on here in this next round.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how he builds off of the momentum that he gets from that last round. How does he deal with the success that he had and not push too hard too early trying to find the finish? You have to let it come to you as the knockdown came to you in the previous round.
So the crowd voicing its appreciation after that round. We had a knockdown courtesy of a punch midway through. DC, here's your highlight.
It was straight. He threw him in combination and landed that big punch that really did hurt his opponent. Lesser men would have been done. He's got a tough guy in front of him. He will have to go back to this again. He will have to get back to this action if he wants to get the desired finish.
Oh! Well, we wondered earlier why there weren't as many body strikes. He's making up for lost time here. Shot to the body connects, and that bears watching. That's going to hurt this opponent.
He's got to start throwing down.
Oh, he dove and he lands. Wow! Well, hard to win fights in mixed martial arts from the bottom, but nice work here in that position by Rosas Jr. Well, he grounded him, and now he's trying to pound him out. Great ground strikes here.
Another strike gets through from the top position.
Well, he's got his back now. Just over 3 minutes now to go in the fight. Oh, that's a pretty slick reversal right there. Oh, he reversed position there on the ground, and he's now in the dominant position. This is some exhausting work, man.
I mean, It is so tiring to be fighting in this way. So much wrestling, so much grappling, expending all this energy trying to hold the guy.
All right, he's got the hooks in, DC, working off of his back.
Now look for him to attack the neck of his opponent to try to get the rear choke. Nice reversal on the ground. Great job.
Well, he's staying pretty effective here, fighting off of his back. Nice strike landed there by the bottom by Rosas Jr. Well, he's more than content to work off of his back, DC, where he has been a magician in his UFC career.
Like that!
He's having his way with him here. Under a minute now to go in the fight. Rosas Jr.'s right back to the full mount. Trying for a submission here. Oh, good technique there. He's got the triangle choke locked in.
Attacking over.
Oh, he escapes.
He got out. I mean, wow. That is great submission defense.
And it looks as though he'll let his opponent stand up here. Yes, he will.
Ladies and gentlemen,
now in.
after 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. All 3 judges score the contest 50-45. Declaring the winner by unanimous decision, Jonathan "Dragon" Martinez!
All right, so he didn't get the finish, which I think is okay, given how dominant this performance was. No suspense when it comes to the judges' scorecards, and you got to think this performance positions him for a bigger fight later this year.
You know, John, it's all about going forward. It's all about making an impact. When you make an impact, bigger things happen. Tonight he made an impact.